Hey, Green Jackets fans, welcome to this edition of Buzzwords. And our guest this week is a pretty big name when it comes to Augusta baseball history, Jake Smith. First of all, Jake, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. I'm glad to do it.
Well, I know a lot of people around here probably know a bit about your history. I mean, it's been well documented over the years. I've seen several different articles and news stories. But for me, being out of town, I'm just going to kind of give people the Cliff Notes for here, if that's all right. So, I mean, you grew up in North Augusta, played baseball in high school for the CSRA Raiders. Then you go to Dartmouth State, come back in the summer to work for the grounds crew back at Lake Olmsted. Jackets. Then you transfer to Campbell, work for the grounds crew again. A year later, in 2011, you get drafted by the Giants. Just a couple of years later, after being an all-star at the rookie level with Salem Kaiser, or the short season level, then you come to Augusta, you're an all-star there as well. I mean, you come through on 5 out of 6 save opportunities, 2.77 ERA, and then go to San Jose, you're an all-star, minor league baseball relief pitcher of the year. I mean, it's already quite the resume. And then just a couple of years later, you're at spring training with the Giants. And then in 2016, September 7th, you make your major league debut with the Padres. And then on top of all that, you come back to the Augusta area, and now you're the head coach at Fox Creek. So I'm just going to start with this question. What has the SRA and North Augusta meant to you, and how much of a support system has that been for you throughout all these years?
Man, I tell you, it's been everything. So when I went to Darton College, I was there in fall of 08, 09, and then 10. Whenever I went there, and then Campbell University, it was all about, and Augie Rodriguez was the assistant groundskeeper. Zach Baker was the head groundskeeper. It was all about, how Augie told me and instilled in me basically, the importance of being able to play in front of, those people again. And, I got to do it in high school, and, everybody gets to do it in high school. But then once you leave high school, it's really very rare to get to be able to go back to your hometown and have the opportunity to play again. And, that was how much it meant to me, being able to come to Augusta. That's what the CSRA and all that meant to me. And then obviously, I take the job here at Fox Creek because, baseball and the CSRA is just, it's that important to me.
How cool. And I'm always fascinated by this because there's so few guys that start playing baseball in high school, and a really small number of guys that play in the minors will have to. So what was it for you that got you to that point, being an Augusta native, and then all of a sudden now in 2016 you make an MLB debut? Maybe the habits that you developed, what worked for you as you developed and got to the highest level?
I don't know. It was special. Like the whole developmental part of it, it was great. And, I grew so much in that time frame of 2011 until 2016. And then just like the culmination of it. And, I wasn't in the big leagues very long, but just having that time in the big leagues, it was like, this is kind of what I worked for, and it was special. And being from the Augusta area, I used to, as a kid, look in the Augusta Chronicle and see, the names of the people that were playing baseball and how they were doing whenever we would get, I think we'd get it on the weekends. So whenever we get it, I'd look and see all that, and, seeing the names of, Kevin Lynn, who coached here before me, and Augie Rodriguez, and, there's tons, I would see them, and then, I would look at what level they were at, and they're most of the time it wasn't, MLB. So I still have it saved in my house, the picture of, it's saying MLB across the bottom in the Augusta Chronicle, just in a little bottom small part, just because that was the coolest part to me is, being able to say, hey, there's my name, and I did that. It was special, and the whole CSRA, like I said, the Augusta and Tom and all you guys at the Green Jackets have done a phenomenal job bringing that thing. And now the new ballpark, man, I tell you, I was fortunate to play at Lake Olmsted. Whenever I stepped on for the Green Jackets against we played the Charleston River Dogs, and Aaron Judge was in the box. I pitched against him there. That was my first time pitching at Lake Olmsted. It was special. So just the whole culmination of events was cool, man. It really was.
So you're telling me the first time you pitched at Lake Olmsted was against Aaron Judge?
Yeah, I faced him. I don't remember if he was the first hitter or the second hitter, but I faced him there, and I don't. I might get corrected on this later, but I'm pretty sure I got him to ground out to me. He hit a number off the end of the bat and grounded out to me. I think he was my first out there because I'm pretty sure I think I walked the guy before him. But yeah, it was Aaron Judge. I remember he is huge too. He is real size.
That's a fantastic story. So I got to ask, what was it like to play professional baseball in your hometown? Because that's an opportunity that not a whole lot of people get.
Man, it was unbelievable, and that's what I think it's all about. Just being able to play, and you like for me, a lot of times what it was my driving force was just if I got tired or if I was hurt or if I was I would think about all the people I talked to that didn't have that opportunity, and that's what kind of drove me to do it. Just because not like you said, it's a special opportunity that not many people get. And for me to get drafted by the Giants and then have the opportunity for them to keep the affiliation, because Tom and those guys have done a great job with the Giants, who were world champions at the time, to keep that affiliation and me to be able to play there, it was like another culmination of events that were just really special, and it meant 2014 meant the world to me, and it meant the world to my family. So many people that have never been able to go see me play in college, or never had the opportunity to see me play at that level, had that opportunity, and it was a special season.
I think you have probably one of the coolest baseball stories that I've ever heard, at least in the Augusta area. But I'm curious, so you worked on the grounds crew, then you come back and play. Did that give you any sort of advantage? I mean, you had to be pretty familiar, at least with the mound and what was going on with the facility. Did that help you at all when you came back and started pitching there?
Yeah, well, I knew the field played big, so that was good. Helped me out. Uh, I knew that. No, but I mean, I did. I guess it helped me. It was a comfort zone for me, and it helped me really grow, because 2013 I was an all-star, but I walked a lot of people, and coming into 2014 I needed to develop a new pitch really, which I started working on my cutter there, and he was a GreenJacket for a little while. Steven Messner and then Robert Remmer, both GreenJackets for a little while. They really helped me work on my cutter, and really were, Steve Klein helped me as well there. They would help me work on that there, and it was nice because with all the uncertainty of professional baseball, especially being a 48th round pick and not know, taking 3 years to finally get to Augusta, which most people get in their first year or even skip it. It was a comfort zone that I knew I had family and friends there to support me, and and I could work on those things, I guess, more comfortably than if I was put out someplace else. Because in Salem I had a good season, and I had good seasons before that, but that season was really a launching point for where I got to.
How cool. And I want to kind of shift gears a little bit now, because I don't know if you want to say your career kind of came full circle when you took the Fox Creek job, but definitely be able to come back to North Augusta had to have been cool. But what is it like to make the switch from being a player and being involved in baseball on that side of things to being a coach? And do a lot of those skills translate, or what's that transition like?
Yeah, so a lot of the skills, I guess, do translate. Probably more. It's weird because as I was a pitcher, and now I'm super offensive minded, just because I knew all the things that bothered me when I was pitching. So, and that was from my college coaches, being, whether it be Chris Case and Glenn Eames at Darton, or Greg Goff at Campbell University. And, I don't, I had, differing relationships with all of them, but all of them taught me something. And, and then I worked with Mike Goff here whenever I was in Augusta in 2014. And, all those people taught me something that I could take into coaching. And so it's different, I guess, in the regard of, I can't go out there and do it. And that's what's hard for me. You know, I was always somebody who loved being able to just grab it and do it, and that's still who I am now. But you know, whenever we've got a 3-2 count and I go, hey man, we need a fastball, hit spaces low, we need a fastball here for a strike, I can't go out there and throw it now, I guess. And so it differs in that way. And you know, I'm still learning how to cope with that, I guess. I get way more nervous standing over there in the third base box and sitting here in this dugout than I do when I was out on the mound, I tell you.
That's awesome. So let me close with this question. I'm sure you've been in touch with your guys at Fox Creek, because that's so unfortunate that your season came to a close the way that it did. But what would you tell a baseball player, whether it be any level, a guy in the minors or even playing high school ball, your guys at Fox Creek, what are you telling them? How do you use this to the best of your ready to go whenever we come back to baseball?
So this is a great opportunity. I know it, as unfortunate as being, you know, we lose the season. My guys got 8 games in, my seniors, you know, I'm really sorry to them. I'd like to give them a shout out, Jackson Pruitt, Kenneth Miller, and Dalton Langley. You know, they all deserved, you know, all the guys deserve to play all the games, but especially being your senior year. 2 of them are going to go on to play at different levels in CIU in Columbia, and then Kenny Miller just committed to Erskine. Jackson's going to play, or not play, but he's going to school at Clemson. But, you know, all those guys deserved better than that. With that being said, this is a fantastic opportunity because so many people are going to slow down and stop. And it's a great place to assess, like, honestly, where you are in the game and get better at it. And I saw a great quote. It was from Trent Mongera, who's a fantastic baseball coach down in South Georgia. And he said, this is a great opportunity for the people that are going to work. And high school baseball coaches and college baseball coaches can't wait to see who it is. And that's the fact. I cannot wait to see who comes out and, you know, took what they learned in just the 8 games we had this season and said, you know what, I need to work on these things. And they progress, because those are the people. That's you know what I did whenever I worked at the GreenJackets from 2009 to 2011. I never picked up a paycheck, but I went out there every single day knowing that I'm getting better and I need to work harder because somebody else out there is wanting it just as bad as me, you know. So it's a fantastic opportunity for some of these people. And, you know, in this time of all the negativity, I'd like to, you know, spill that positivity, that it is a fantastic time for you to progress and grow as a person and a baseball player.
That's a great message for everybody, even if you're not in baseball, just to use this time to continue to improve. Jake, I cannot thank you enough for coming on and joining me on Buzzwords. This episode presented, as always, by WOW Internet, Cable, and Phone. Jake, take care and keep busy and stay safe.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cullen. I appreciate it.